So we had completed till verse 39 and we had covered Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is knowledge path, path of knowledge. The path of knowledge is a very unique path which requires intellect, ability to understand, focus in the world, come to the right understanding and conclusions. There's a lot of things that goes with it. But this yoga of knowledge is something where you are not supposed to use the knowledge for any other wrong purposes. The knowledge is so that you can rise in the world of spiritual. The idea is that. Using that knowledge, you can't be selling it. Simply means that you are not supposed to be peddling that knowledge for the purpose of petty things. All right. So today we are going to do a very interesting yoga that is called Karma Yoga. Let us begin. We are doing Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 40 onwards. This is called the Yoga of Selfless Action or Karma Yoga. In this path of the selfless action, there is no loss of effort, nor is there fear of contrary results. Even a little practice of this discipline saves one from the terrible fear of birth and death. We'll do the next verse also, verse 41. Arjuna, in this yoga of selfless action, the intellect is determinate and directed singly towards one ideal. Whereas the intellect of an undecided, that is ignorant man moved by desires, wanders in all direction after innumerable aims. Now, this is a yoga which you need to understand very seriously. The reason is this yoga is misunderstood mostly by people. People have an understanding that this yoga of action, selfless action, is directed towards an individual, place, or a thing. We are thinking like that. Okay. Now, what does it mean by directed towards a place, a thing, or a person, or kind of a yoga which says, okay, I owe it to my parents. I owe it to my nation. I owe it to this world. I owe it to this. See, when you say these words, what are you saying? That you owe whatever work that you do in this world to some person, place, or thing. Got the point? So I owe it to my husband. That's how you think. I owe it to this place. Now you may be staying in some place, some society, some location. It could be a country. So you think you owe it to that nation. And the third one, you think you owe it to that thing, a place or a thing. What does it actually mean? When you say I owe it to something, so you have taken money from someone and you believe you owe it to that individual, that person. It's a thing. It's a money is basically some transaction thing that you have done. So these are the things which we normally tend to believe. And these things are driven by desires. Can you see this? Only the ignorant people, only those who have no brains, they think they owe it to someone. They think they owe it to that place. And they think they owe it to that thing. It is not correct. Remember one thing. When you grew up, what is the feeling within you? You feel that I owe it to my parents because they gave me education, because they brought me up, because they gave me all the beautiful things in the world. And now I am an educated person and because of them I am getting these things. So you try to return back a favor. Basically, you are repaying back. How do you know that? Today you are born in one family. You could have been born in another family, right? And you could have been educated in the same way. Please understand this. Suppose you are today a, a graduate from one of the top universities in the world, and you say that this is because of my parents. Suppose you were born somewhere else or somebody else's womb, not necessarily your parents, okay? Maybe you are an adopted child. Maybe you are found you are found in some dump. How do you know? And then you grew up. But when you grew up, you became a graduate of the same college. Did you get this point or no? So it is written in your destiny to go there. Why are you thinking that destiny is connected to your parents? Did you understand what I'm saying? We start believing in this nonsense in our life. All our life we do this. I owe it to my husband because he is like this. What are you talking about? Suppose you are supposed to be an owner of a castle in, say, Scotland or some such place. It is written in your destiny to be the queen of that castle. Why are you thinking that it is because of your husband you are getting it? Are you not doing some mistake over there? Did you get this whole idea? So we start believing in petty people, human beings, and we start putting, different kinds of ideas about them. Oh, they have struggled so hard. They worked so hard. They took a loan from this place and then they sent me to this college and this and that. And you feel it's an obligation. And how much you have literally got crushed in an obligation, by the way. You're obliged to do everything. All right? And you start believing in this utter nonsense. No. Here the verse is very clear. Selfless action. This selfless action has to be done, which is determined. Basically, you have to do that action. Action has to be performed, whether you like it or not. And what is that single ideal you are supposed to think about? Your job is to, whatever has to be done not with an intention or a desire or a performance that you are supposed to do. Like, oh, I have to do this action. I owe it to this person. This is wrong. Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna, think about this. Huh? I am giving you the example from the Mahabharata itself. Here is Arjuna saying, I owe it to these people, Dhritarashtra and his sons. I owe it to my Gurujis. There are two Gurujis over there. Rather, three of them are there. Right? Who are they? Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, and Kripacharya. I owe it to my Gurudev. I owe it to my cousin brothers. How can I do this? And then I owe it to my wife. What? You owe it to your wife? And I owe it to my brother also. My brother is the one who is supposed to get this kingdom. What are you talking about? Sri Krishna says the action has to be selflessly. If there is an action that is to be performed, it has to be performed JLT, just like that. Why are you thinking about it? Did you get the point? Okay. This action where you do not use your mind, but you do not even dissect the action. Dissection of the action happens. No, what am I supposed to do? I really don't know. Maybe I should ask this person. Maybe I should ask that person. And the person in front of you is blackmailing you into action. Do you understand a blackmail? A woman will say to her daughter, I have brought you up from my womb. See, look at how women talk. I have given you birth. I have raised you so much. Her way of thinking is like this. And I have given you whatever you want in this world. I have given you good education. You wanted this, I have given you that. You wanted that, I have given you that. Whatever you have asked for, I have given you. And now I am telling you, for the sake of my family, you should get married to this idiot. And she will keep one man in front of you and say, you got to marry this person. Now, all these things that she said, does it put you in obligation? Yes. It puts you under very heavy obligation. Poor mother, she gave me birth. Poor mother, she took me in her womb for 9 months. When I came out, she gave me her milk. She did this, she did that, blah, 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 blah. Father also is like that. He also is going to talk about all the things that he has done for you. Sorry, boss. I was born because of destiny. Okay? Don't tell me all these things. You are interested in doing something else with your wife. Fortunately for me, among those billions and billions of sperms, I was that one sperm who got, pregnant. And I came out because of God's grace, not because of you. Can you and imagine this statement? You are among those billions and billions of creatures trying to enter the egg. How many? Billions. In that one sperm is going to get inside that egg. That is you. And you get inside and you are born as a baby. Is it because of your father's grace or mother's grace, or is it because it was destined that you should be born there and because you are supposed to be born for a particular reason? Why do you think it is like that? Tomorrow, everything in the world will start saying like this. You see, your own phone will say, my mother is made in China. I am a phone, I am made in China, so my mother stays in China. I am a computer, I am made in China, so my mother is in China. There is no mother, father there. What are we talking about? Here, Shri Krishna is very clear. Don't talk like this. Sir, you are born in Kunti's womb. Okay, let us say. He's telling Arjuna, you are born in her womb. You don't owe it to her. I'm sorry. Out of my grace, I put you over there. Okay? You need some entry point. Now, those who are staying in United States, how many entry points are there to get inside United States? Many, isn't it? You can come from Newark. You can come from, whatever that one airport, second airport, third airport, fourth airport. You can come from San Francisco. You can come from Chicago. You can come from Dallas. You can come from whichever place you want to in United States. You can walk over like all those Mexicans also. Right or wrong? You can come inside that country from anywhere. I'm sorry, don't keep on saying, don't go to the airport and say, okay, JFK International Airport, you are my mother. You gave me birth in the United States. You can't say these kind of stupid words. That's a womb. That's an entry point in the world. What are you talking about? And you are also doing the same thing to your children. You think you owe it to them and they owe it to you. This is the biggest stupidity anybody can do. If your child had to be born, not necessarily through you, he can be born from anywhere. He can be a test tube baby. You understand what I'm saying? And don't take this credit that I am his mother and I am his father and this and that. But Krishna says to this lady, okay, I will be born through you. He comes and he meets this woman. She is doing something over there near the river. She says, okay, mother, don't worry. Next life, I will be born through you. He just decides where he is to be born. Okay, you give me birth. Come on. You understand this whole idea? Today, you buy all your things from everywhere. Okay, so suppose you are buying apples. Okay, Washington apple or whatever you call it, or some other apple. Oh, in that apple, it is written French apple. Okay, made in France. Your mother is not French. If you are that apple, your mother is not French. Okay, don't say those words. How many trees are there? How many apples can be born? Too many. Nobody can say that this is my mother, this is my father. Nobody is your father. Nobody is your mother. You are an independent soul. See, Sri Krishna is establishing your credentials. Don't think you are a body. You are just a body is what you are thinking. That is why you think you are born somewhere. I hope you get the point. You are thinking you are the bottle which got manufactured in some factory. The bottle is not important. What is inside is important. Do you crunch the bottle, is it? No, no. When you want to drink a soft drink, you drink the soft drink and then you eat the bottle, is it? Is that what you do? No, no. It's worthless. Then you throw it away. It's like your body. Your body is worthless, given by some woman. And you have gone through more trauma when you are born than your mother. So don't say that, your mother has gone through trauma. I want you to think about it. If you are kept in a small cell, upside down, put upside down, and that too, the cell is filled with water. You understand water? You are inside, you are dunked inside a swimming pool of dirty water, placenta and all that. And you are connected by a tube. All right, just think like this. And you can't even move from here to there, here to there. Sometimes you do like this, sometimes you do like this, sometimes you do like this inside the womb. How much of desperation is there for the child? If you are kept even for 9 minutes, you are going to suffer like nobody's business. Can you stay inside a swimming pool full of filth and dirt for 9 minutes? No. Then what makes you think the child is happy inside a womb? 9 months? For God's sake, don't be so happy when the child comes out. The child is coming out. He was earlier in water. When you go inside a swimming pool, let us say you swim and you go inside a swimming pool, you are inside that water and then your lungs are bursting. And then you suddenly come out, oh, you do like this. That poor child is squeezed out and then that poor child has to struggle to take a breath. So whose trauma is more? Your trauma is more or his trauma is more? So don't be under this impression that your trauma is more. A woman's trauma is lesser than the child. The child has gone through hell. You have gone through hell. And that is the reason why Sri Krishna is explaining over here, this kind of thing that you are having, don't have this kind of attachments to things, people, places, and things. Don't. He says, in the path of selfless action, that is, you have to make all efforts. Efforts are important. Is the child making efforts to come out? Yes or no? Naturally, is he not doing the efforts? Yes. When you were growing up, did you put efforts to come good, properly in your examination? You did, isn't it? Everybody has to put in efforts. But the moment you say, now this is where the problem starts. The moment you say, I want to show it to my parents that I am the best daughter that is there on planet Earth. For them, I will come in first in the university. Wrong. Second, you will say, I will have a very good marks in my examination. I will come first so that I can land a great job. And some idiot on planet Earth thinks I will have very good degrees so that I can get married to a rich and a tall, dark, handsome and rich fellow in this life. How many women are there in this world who do this? They marry an ugly, fat-looking person, a round ball of flesh, and they are saying, oh, I married him for love. What love are you talking about? That guy looks like Humpty Dumpty. I hope you get the point. There is no love over there. Money. Money is all that you are bothered about. And that is why this woman got married. So there is a reason for doing that. I got married because I want to have happy married life. Reason for marriage. Okay. I want to have a very good life, so I'm going to buy a house for myself. I am going to have children because my mother, father, brother, sister, husband, everybody, everybody says, and the society says, you got to have children, you got to have children, you got to have children. And that is the reason why I got to have children. What are you talking about? You don't have to have children for other people. Are they going to take care of your children or what? Your brother is going to come, your sister is going to come, your mother is going to come all the time giving him the child baby milk and all that. She's not going to be interested. She will come once in a while and say, kaise chal raha hai? Theek hai na? Everything is fine? Okay. I come here to see this country, And some women act like, oh, I owe it to my daughter, so I will go and look after the children. Look. So they become maid servants in the house of the women. My daughter, she has got a child, beautiful cuddly baby. And when you go and meet that woman, ghar mein kaam. Everybody wants to do work at home. This is wrong. When you do an action, that action is not at all directed by you. Understand this. You are not doing as an obligation. You are forced to do that action. Have you not understood that? By destiny. Destiny forces you to do some action. Think about this person over here. Destiny forced him to go to the jungle for 14 years. Destiny asked him to behave like a sixer over there, dancing away to glory. I mean, imagine a man who is supposed to be so handsome, Imagine a man being so handsome, so manly, and so like, the WWF kind of a person. Yeah. Arjuna. And he's supposed to become a, आज मैं साड़ी पहन के जाऊंगा. I mean, think about it. I mean, do you expect, now let us say your husband is there. Tomorrow onwards, he says, no, tomorrow I will wear a sari and go, How are you going to feel about it? Today we have a day, some day in the office, and today I am going to become the beauty queen of India. You can't have that. And here is this idiot doing one whole year as a woman and dancing away to glory. Ta thaya, ta thaya, all that kind of thing. I mean, just imagine a handsome man doing this kind of a thing. It's like Sunny Deol, doing his dance. I can't expect Sunny Deol to do this kind of a dance, or Dharmendra. Huh? It sounds so stupid and silly. Okay, Conan the Barbarian, dressed up like a woman. Funny. So here, this is not how it is. It is destiny which put him in that place. Not any other thing. Iski wajah se hua. Not because of iski wajah. Iski wajah se hua means we love to give reasons. Because of this happened. Because of that happened. I couldn't do this because this happened. My clock, it stopped working in the night. That's why I can't get up. Don't give reasons. Destiny has made you get up at this hour. This is something nobody understands. So here he says, the results can be good or the results can be bad. When you do a selfless actions means what? I'll tell you. A selfless action is that action which you got to do and you got to do not thinking about it. Oh, simple. Why? A very funny thing is there. We like to take everybody into account when we do an action. What is that person going to think? What is this person going to think? What is that person going to think? You know, old timers like me, old people, all white haired people, we are so shameless people. Shameless is not the word. Suddenly, in the middle of a very crowded train, also, or in a plane, we will fart loudly over there. We fart loudly. I am old, so it's okay. Sorry, boss. And now you are a young person and you do that. Look at this person. How is this person like that? And we are bothered about 100 people. Isn't that what you do? You are bothered about so many people. See, think about it like this. There are certain things in the world which happen for certain reason. And you give reasons for doing that thing, it's wrong. What has to be done has to be done. You can't say, I am not going to do because somebody is going to feel bad, somebody is going to feel good. What do you mean by somebody is going to? So he says, whatever that you do, every action of yours is going to give a reaction, yes or no. So that reaction which comes over there could be contrary reaction. Contrary means what? You may be thinking tall, dark, handsome, and Mills and Boons, and this fellow turns out into that green creature from, whatever that ogre movie that is there. Okay. Or he turns out into some other weirdo. What do you do? See, the problem is we are thinking of one thing. Our dreams are like this, अच्छा होना चाहिए, बहुत अच्छा है. I will have a very good mother-in-law, father-in-law. They will always look at a बेटी क्या चाहिए? I'll get you this and I'll get you that. And my mother-in-law will be cooking things for me in the kitchen and this and that. What? This woman is sitting in front of TV and watching television like the tak 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 OTT पे ये लग गया. And then later on, my Rotary Club के membership में है ना मेरी meeting है. I mean, just imagine, Lions Club membership is there with her and she is a society chairwoman. She doesn't have time to cook at home. And you get a ogre like this at home. And what do you say? Mera nasib. Do you say this? My destiny. Do you say these words? Yes or no? I got this idiot because of my destiny. Maybe you got a husband because of your destiny. Okay? We can't say. Ellen will say tomorrow, I got this husband, this woman because of my destiny. Okay? That woman who ran away from USA. She was doing the show. So she can say those words. Well, what can you do? That is destiny. So don't keep on saying because of this, because of that, because of that. You keep on dreaming about things. Dreaming, you should stop dreaming. Don't dream about these kind of things. This person is going to be good. He's so handsome. He used to bring me chocolates. He used to get me flowers. He used to get me this. He used to get me that. He brought two tickets, of the corner rows somewhere, those chairs that you get in Inox. And we were just lying down like this watching movie. And yes, of course, we made out right in the last seat of the theater. Everything you can keep on thinking like that. Dream world of yours. And this person, if you say, I want to go for a movie, I don't have the time today, I have to run for a meeting. He says these words. And he goes to this club and plays, table tennis or, lawn tennis or something like that. Or he goes and plays cards. And then you think, what kind of a marriage I am in? No. Destiny has given you this marriage. You can't avoid that thing. It is you who has created your own destiny and you have to be in this marriage and it has to be selfless action. Selfless action is what action you got to do, you got to do. There are no two ways about it. So he says, don't bother about the contrary effects of this. Sometimes the effects are good, sometimes the effects are bad. Why are you getting disturbed because of good and bad effects? Then he says, Practice of discipline saves one from terrible fear of birth and death. What is this discipline? You got to do, you got to do. Think about it. You are a doctor standing over there, and the case is touch and go. If you don't cut and if you don't perform the surgery, the person can die. At that moment in time, suppose you start thinking, when I was reading that book, I am supposed to not cut. Maybe, I should do this, or maybe I should insert a catheter, and I need to use a balloon and expand that artery or that vein or whatever which is clogged. Sir, that fellow is dying. What are you thinking of at this moment in time? Don't think. If you got to cut, cut it. Any which way, if it is destined that fellow is supposed to be dead on the table, he will be dead. What are you thinking of? Ab main kya karu? Don't say ab main kya karu. You are not supposed to be saying, what am I supposed to do now? No, I will phone my friend. Phone my friend, This is not KBC. There's no time to phone your friend. You got to take action. And this action will save you because you have performed the action right there and then. Because you have performed this action right there and then, you will be saved something which is called rebirth. Rebirth. One simple example I'll tell you. If you tell a woman today, can you do this? Let us say there is one very important decision to be taken and the person says, you take this decision, okay? No, I have to ask my husband. When he comes in the evening, I will ask him. After that, you talk to me tomorrow and then we will take a decision after that. And that decision could be your kitchen has a very big problem. Maybe it is leaking all over the town. What are you talking about? If a decision has to be taken right there and then, what are you trying to say that I have to ask my husband, I have to ask this one, I want to see this, I want to see that? Don't. These are decisions which have to be taken right there and then. What is Krishna telling Arjuna? Sir, you are in the middle of the battlefield. There is a leakage in your kitchen. Okay? You have called the plumber. Okay? Plumber says $5,000. Finished. No, I can't afford to pay. So you are going to keep the leak going on, is it? Or you are going to build another kitchen over there, paying $250,000 somewhere else? No. This $5,000 to be paid just now, pay it and finish it off. I have to ask my husband, I'll give him a call. Oh no, he's in a meeting just now. He has gone to Timbuktu. What are you talking about? When you have to take a decision, take a decision. If you don't decide, or if you don't take this kind of calls, he says, this is called the practice of discipline. Discipline is important. No, first I will have to ask somebody. No. Did you ask your mother, Mummy, now I want to be born with you? Did you ask her like this? It happened, no? How many people says, you are a mistake in our life? Everybody, most of the people, they will say you are a mistake. Nobody says that it is God has given. They don't say that. What mistake? He's supposed to be born, supposed to be born. There's a person, Elon Musk, he has got 13 or 12 children, God knows how many children. And every time he'll say, I got one new child. I don't understand. For him, yeah, he's got a lot of money is what you will say. That is not the criteria. And this is what he says. If you have this discipline, single pointed discipline, I want to do it right away. Has to be done right now. He's telling Arjuna, take your bow and arrow and start shooting. Come on, man. Don't keep on. Am I soch ke rakhunga? I will ask my brother. I will ask my sister. I will ask my mother. I will do this. I will do that. What will that person say? What will this person say? Is he doing this dilly-dallying thing? And have you not done in your life all this while? Every day of your life, you keep on pushing off decisions because I have to ask somebody. The more opinions you take, the more failure you will be. Please remember this. So don't take too many opinions. You know that saying, no, too many cooks spoil the broth. You know that or you don't know that? You know what right decision has to be taken. Just take it and finish it off. Baad mein dekha jaya. What is going to happen is going to happen. Who cares? Take the responsibility. Yes, it's a failure. It's a failure. Contrary results have come. Yes, I paid that fellow $5,000. Now, oh, we can get somebody for 2,000. And then you keep on thinking, I should not have taken this decision. I should. Why are you thinking about it? That money was supposed to go to that fellow. That is not in your hands. That was in God's hands. Destiny was you are supposed to pay 5,000 to him. Finished. What is he going to do? That's none of your business also. Simple example I'll give you. This is a very important example. You see, you pray. God, today I have to pay my EMIs, You know how many EMIs everybody has to pay, no? Today I have to pay my EMI. I don't have any money. I don't know where this money is going to come from. You keep on getting so upset about the whole thing. And suddenly you open your bank account and you say, oh my God, where did this money come from? And before you can think of that, you're already paid. Paid. Finished. And then you heave a sigh of relief. Oh God, just happened in time. I want you to think like this only. Like exactly just now what you thought. I want you to think about this plumber whom you gave the money. The plumber you gave the money to plumber. You have paid $5,000. But there are others who will be available for 2,000 and 3,000. So just think about it, okay? This man gets the money in time from you. He pays somebody else. He has got some other people who are these assistants, maybe the dealer or somebody is there. Maybe his driver is there. He pays the driver the money. The driver thanks God, God, thank you very much. You gave me $1,000. His driver, okay? He got $1,000. Today I will be able to pay my child's fees. Whose fees? That driver's child's fees got paid because you seemingly made a mistake of $5,000. There is no seemingly there, boss. It happened with deliberation. God made you do that so that that person's child gets the money. And then you keep on cribbing. Oh, I should have got it for much lesser, I should have got it for much lesser, I should. No, you would not have got it for much lesser. Then the entire cycle over there doesn't work. Karma is a very big person, Karma is like a mountain. Nobody understands how karma works. So what has to be, has to be. Sometimes some idiot doctor has to be paid big amount of money. For what reason? No idea. We pay the money and finally 1 week later the doctor comes with the reports. Oh, nothing is wrong with you. I wasted my money over there. I should not have paid him. This is what you say. No. Did you follow the money trail where it went? No. The money must have gone somewhere where it is needed. You think Lakshmi Devi is sitting over there just for the heck of it, is it? No. She is sitting there diverting the traffic. Idhar ja, udhar ja, udhar ja, udhar ja. To you also she has diverted traffic, don't you remember? And you may say, I got it because I prayed to God. That is how you are supposed to get. And now think about what Krishna is saying. Sir, he's telling Arjuna, come on, don't keep on blaming things like this. What you're supposed to do, you just do. Discipline yourself and do. Don't keep on thinking. And then you will save yourself from this rebirth cycle. Because if you think, you're going to be born again. Because last time I told you, you have to do this and you didn't do. Now then, again, in your next birth, you will have to end up doing the same thing. Think about it. You regret the decision. $5,000, I can't pay that plumber. It's not such a big, thing. I am not supposed to pay him so much and you don't pay him. The person goes back and he says to the driver, I'm sorry, boss, I didn't get any money today. That person, his daughter comes home and says to her father, you know what? My school has told me don't come to school from tomorrow onwards. Who is responsible for this? You. You are responsible for it. If you would have paid that person, that girl would have gone to school tomorrow. And you don't even know the story, by the way. This is a background story going on somewhere in God's domain. No, it's happening. Somewhere it is happening. You don't know that. Right or wrong? This is how the universe works. But you have no clue about it. And that is the reason why he says, when you are doing this kind of an action, which is called the selfless action, your intellect is determinate and directed simply towards that one ideal. No mind in the middle. Do you understand? No mind in the middle. What was the intellect saying? That person is asking for money, let me give it. Got the point or no? He's asking for money. I want my tap fixed. I want this entire thing to be done right away. Let us give him the money. And you give him the money. Then what happens? Then, because of that, your intellect is determinate. What is the meaning of the word determinate? Decided already. Determined what I have to do. It's already there. Already the thing is there within the universe. It is going to happen. Got it? And that is why that decision will make you not come back for repayment. Now, I was telling you, the idiots who did not do it, undecided people. Every woman is undecided. You know that, no? Or no, you don't know that. I have to ask my husband. I don't know whether I can afford it. I don't know whether I should do this. I don't know which school to send my child in. I don't know this. I don't know that. This is not possible. That is not possible. I have to ask this one. I have to ask my that one. What? What ask? Ask whom? What has to be done, you have not done. So you are that person who is an ignorant woman moved by desires. What are the desires? This desires is to fulfill somebody else's, wish. Like that. I have to ask somebody. Don't. A very strange case came to me once. This person had taken a back seat, saying, I've earned so much money and I'm going to now sit backward over there and my husband will work and I will look after something else. This is what she said. And then when she said these words, I told her, I'm sorry, this is not correct. Okay. But you have to take a step in a different direction. No. 3 months went by. Whatever the money that was there in her bank account, she was paying the rentals and everything. Okay. Rentals and fuel charges and food and children's education and all the household things she was paying. After 3 months, her bank account started becoming lesser and lesser and lesser. She went to her husband and she said, next month onwards, we require about $10,000 for that, for paying for the rentals, paying for this, paying for that and all that. You know what he says? This is what he said to her. I am not concerned. Whatever salary that I get goes to all the EMIs that I pay in India. Okay? I have to also pay for those houses that I have bought. Plus, I am putting aside for, that you get that monthly thing. Every month you have to pay some money in the side for saving. I am not going to give you any money. But she says, you have so much lying in your bank account. We can use that money. No. You see where you can get the money from. I don't care. Naturally, my disciple, she came to me crying and she said, you know what? My husband said, I don't give a damn to you. You left the job on your own. It's your problem. Where you get the money from next month, you go and get it. Give me a job. She's telling me these words. Give me a job where I can show it to this idiot. I can earn better than him. Tathastu. Okay, you will get a job. She got a job. And she's earning more than him. Well, I just want to cut the story short. Here the answer is, we are not supposed to do because we want to get even with somebody. We have to do because it has to be done. Selfless action is an action which does not have any reasons. REASON. No reasons to be given. Don't give BS reasons, why I should do this, because of this person, because of that person. No, an action that has to be done by you. Finished. Some people, donate to our ashram also, Gurukul ashram. Their husband will ask, why did you give the money? Oh, I am also earning. Don't I have a right over my money, what I can give? But no. His money he can spend whichever way he likes. But your money is his money. In terms of money, in terms of all these things, people have this very weird attitude. He can go out and have drinks. He can go out and play cards and do whatever the hell that he wants. You can't do it. So you will take a step thinking tens of times. 10 times. Should I do this? Should I not? Should I do this? Should I not? Should I do this? Should I not? What are you talking about? What has to be done? Has to be done. That is what he says. For those people who do not take this determinate action, their mind is wandering all the time. And they are going to be reborn again. Do you want to be born again and again and again and again and again just because you were unsure of everything? I hope you get the point. Don't be uncertain. Don't keep on saying, I have to do this because it is like that, because it is like that. Don't say these words. What has to be done, has to be done. Do it. Don't think about it. Once it is over, what results come out of it, whether they are good, bad, ugly, they are dangerous or whatever, that is not your concern. It is a part of destiny. It was supposed to be like that only. I hope you get the point. We all try to win. No. That is your end result. You are thinking of the end result. So karma yoga is a selfless action without much of a thought. Don't think, don't put your mind in the picture. Your intellect will say, do it this way. Do it that way. Don't keep on thinking. The more you think, you're more going to be procrastinating a lot. I am running an, entrepreneurship class. Okay, in the entrepreneurship class, people are not doing. They are thinking too much. I got to think. So when you think, do you do? No. You see, you are doing something which is called a overload of thinking. And then you are not going to do anything. Who is responsible for the problems? You. Because you did not think. And you may not remember this. You will be reborn again so that you can do the work in time. Got the point or no? That girl, she was supposed to get her fees paid because you procrastinated, because you thought decision cannot be taken by you, because you kept on pushing decision on somebody else is going to suffer because of you. And because of you, you owe it to her. And if you owe it to her, in some life of hers, she is going to be not giving the money just like you, to you. It's a repayment of the karma. Can you understand this? Same story goes and it continues. That's why the rebirth happens. And that is the reason why we got to be extremely careful how we work in this world. Karma is a dangerous bird out there, okay? Don't give reasons. Don't BS. I have to do this for my mother, father, brother, sister. No. You do it because God has put you in that position. Because destiny says so. You have to do it. You have to do it. Do it. Finish it. Next, we will see what is going to supposed to happen. I hope you got this lesson clearly. So we have come to the end of verse 41. So we will stop over here.
Recording stopped.